What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the On the Rise podcast, where we analyze game film and catch up with young prospects. I'm your host, former pro Dustin Ware. Joining me today is a talented scorer and playmaker with a fun personality. He's a four-star recruit and is currently ranked as ESPN's 22nd overall prospect in the class of 2025. Thanks for watching and enjoy my sit-down with Akai Fleming. First of all, before we get started, fans of your game, people that know you, definitely were sad to see you go down this year with the injury, man. How you feeling? How's your recovery been coming?
It's been coming along, just taking it day by day, in the weight room. I get on the court, here and there, but, just taking it slowly.
Yeah. How's it been without basketball for so long, man?
It's been hard, watching all my, friends and them, play. But, I know my time's coming to get back on the court.
What you been doing during the games? I know you've been going crazy being so close most of the year, not being able to play.
Yeah, I've been on the bench, cheering my guys on. Caught a couple texts,
You got a couple texts? What you was doing?
Cussing out the ref.
Why you was cussing the ref out?
Because they don't be calling no calls for none of my guys. So I like, I was trying to win. We was all trying to win. So.
You standing up for you guys, man. I like it. All right, man. So we'll start out with a couple of quick questions, kind of help the audience get to know you a little bit better. Start you off with a start, bench, cut. Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. Start one, bench one, cut one. What you got?
I'm gonna start Steph. I'm a bench Iverson.
Ooh.
And then Kyrie off the bench.
Got any explanation why?
I mean, I'm a young guy. Like, I never really watched Allen Iverson like that. But I mean, I know he was tough, but I'm going with the main guys. And Kyrie always been my guy too, though. So.
You said Kyrie always been your guy? I mean, they're all killers, right? Yeah. But, it's that's funny. You never really seen Iverson? Nah. You ain't even gone on YouTube, seen the whole clips?
I mean, I seen the little, the AI cross.
Yeah.
Nothing like crazy.
Man, y'all boys are young. Top 5 bucket getters in the NBA right now.
First, probably go with Ant-Man. Ant-Man's my guy. KD. Luka. I'll probably say Brad Bill too. What was that for? One more. LeBron.
I mean, score the most points all time. You qualify as a bucket getter. Yeah, I get you. Favorite shooter hoop in?
Right now, I would say the Harden Sevens.
Never tried those. They're comfortable?
Comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite basketball movie?
Between He Got Game and Love and Basketball.
I knew I liked you, man. At least you say He Got Game.
Yeah.
Some of y'all never even seen it. I asked Tyler, he don't even remember it. It's a classic, man. All young hoopers should watch that one for sure. Favorite Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh, Chick-fil-A sauce.
The Chick-fil-A sauce? Okay, all right.
I used to be Polynesian, but I'm Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm team Polynesian, but I'm not mad at Chick-fil-A sauce, though. Not mad at it. Favorite non-basketball activity?
Really playing a game.
Oh, on the sticks?
Yeah.
What's your favorite team?
I don't really got a favorite team like that, if I'm being honest, because I feel like every team's equal and everybody got their own, squad. So
that's true.
I kind of play with anybody.
Oh, okay. So you handing out work with anybody?
Yeah, anybody. It don't matter. Yeah.
Oh, I'm bad, big dog. Excuse me. Favorite home cooked meal?
Probably spaghetti, honestly. Spaghetti.
I'm the same. I can eat spaghetti every day of the week. Give me your second favorite.
Actually, I be making pizza at home.
Oh, you make your own pizza? What you put on there?
Pepperoni, sausage, a little bit of oil.
Oh, okay. So you got a little meat lovers pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't bad at it. All right, man. So, question I ask everybody that comes on. Give me all the details of your first in-game dunk. How old were you? Where were you? If you can remember, I need all the details you got for me.
All right. So, my first technically in-game dunk was it was a summer league game.
How old were you?
15.
Okay.
15,
okay.
Yeah. And I think it was kind of like third quarter-ish. So I caught the ball. Boom. All right, so I jab stepped, but he came down the lane. One hand poked on dude, he's like 6'3". So,
your first in-game dunk was you banging on somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I flushed it was a little rattling at the same time. I think hours later, I made a little TikTok about him, though. I kind of felt bad, but, I banged him, though. Like, had to shut the gym down. I'm not.
But you caught a body on your first dunk? I don't think I've ever heard that story from anyone I've asked. That's crazy, man. Okay. What age did you start playing?
around 5, 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Basketball came natural to you? Or?
Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, I was playing baseball and basketball, but I lean more toward basketball.
Okay.
Put my craft into that.
What position in baseball did you play?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
It was like I was super
How old
young.
were you? Oh, it was
I was
like
super young. Yeah, I just knew I played it. That's all.
Could you hit it all?
Yeah, actually, I got a couple game balls. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You in the last probably year and a half, you've really blown up nationally in terms of your recognition and ranking and all that. A lot of that I feel like had to do with your performance in NBA Top 100 camp. From what I heard, you really was just handing out work, man. How was that experience for you?
Walking into that, it was more a mental thing for me because I knew what had needed to be done. So, but also it was fun too, seeing all the guys, seeing my competition, seeing how they play, and testing myself against them. So.
Definitely, man. How'd it feel just, mentally seeing that much talent in one place? And I'm sure, coaches everywhere and all that wasn't overwhelming or nothing for you?
No, not really. It was just a good experience for me. Like, I always want to be, with the top guys, be considered one of the top guys. So it was pretty fun,
You had any, give me some good encore battles you had with anybody?
I wouldn't say I had any encore. I would say, me and my boy, Michael was going at it, Michael Brown. That was about it.
That was about it? Yeah. Okay. What was the setup kind of like? Like, were y'all just mainly playing games, doing drills, a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything. Day 1 was probably like skill, and then day 3 and 4 would be, 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's a good experience, man. Definitely a good experience. Being able to kind of see yourself, comparing to everybody else that you're going to be competing against for the next few years. One more question before we get into your film. Who's your favorite player?
I'm going to say Ant-Man. I watched a lot of Ant-Man. Like, I was there when they played McKeitron.
Mm-hmm.
So, growing up, I used to watch, want to be like him, be athletic.
He's your favorite player to watch, but is he also your favorite player to kind of study and try to learn from? Yeah. Okay. The reason I asked that, man, is because the funny thing is when I first started watching you and kind of like looking at your film, you remind me a lot of like a Baby D Book. Like you have a lot of those qualities, like, a mid-range killer. You got tight handle, good feet and all that. And I was wondering, like, if you liked him a lot. Do you watch Devin Booker at all?
Yeah. I studied Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Yeah, a lot of people compare me to Bradley Beal.
I can see that.
And CJ McCollum. So
I can see that.
Study those.
Yeah. I can see all those for sure. All right, man. So we'll get into your film right quick. This was your game against Pace. You have a very fundamentally sound game that a lot of guys your age don't necessarily have, and it's just real impressive to kind of watch you. So we'll get into it here. One thing, now I don't know if this was you or this was your coach, but when you got a good scorer like yourself, teams are going to try to do a bunch of different defenses to stop you. Being the screener is an easy way to get yourself open. You do it here. Great job on the catch. Great attack. That's a great finish right there. On the inbounds catch, again, fundamentally sound because take a little bit of room to get your spacing. A great job attacking that high leg there. Nice finish on the other side of the basket. Here you are on the wing. Man comes out there, they're trying to ice you a little bit. We'll talk about these situations more. Great job getting to your spot. Pull up. You do that very well. Off the handoff play, again, here you are setting the screen. Let me ask you this, though. You pop out of that play right there. Rewind it for 2 seconds. What did you see at this point that made you want to pop out?
See, my man was sagging. Mm-hmm. So I know that if I pop, he's not going to be able to get out there enough time to contest shot or...
So you just recognize he was too far over?
Right.
Gotcha. No, that's the right read. Too much space. Now down 3. You start on the elbow. The play is for you to come out on the flare, catch it. Again, another tight, low rip. Get downhill. I want you to talk about this one too. You catch it here. What are you looking at in your defender before you get that rip?
Mainly the top foot. They teach us, go top foot. And then I'm just looking at the space and where I can attack. Cause I can't really attack baseline because the help's kind of over there. You see the guy in help right there. Mm-hmm. So it'll be better for me to attack middle, and then if they collapse and I got my man in the corner right here.
The kicks with a shooter right here. Yeah. Good job. Gets blocked a little bit, but you stay with it and put it in. It's a good play. Again, another thing about you, you have I mean, you got a tight handle, but you got great feet as well. And the reason I compare you a lot to D Booker, well, when I think of you and I see a comparison to D Book is you got great pace, just like him. You know what I'm saying? You don't rush. You're very patient with how you attack. You get it right here. Off dribble. That's just a tough step back too. Again, you're here. Walk me through this one a little bit.
So, I had the ISO.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a showcase game. I'm just like,
you're trying to get off
my bag.
So here, was there anything you were seeing that made you want to, when you were kind of like hesitating getting your shots, what are you reading in your defender specifically?
So mainly like what I'm thinking right here is just make them bite to the left so I can get back to my mid-range pull-up.
Gotcha.
Get to my spot.
Gotcha. So you were just trying to do a setup so you could counter back to your spot. Well, you did it there. Again, a tough step back for the mid. Off the steal. Do a good job coming back to the ball. Transition, take the bump. That's a tough finish. Very tough finish. Very nice. Transition, pushing. Do a good job changing your pace again, getting downhill, getting a contact. That's a tough fade. Yeah, that's super tough. Now, on some of these, when basically, again, going, and I know I'm staying on D-Book a lot, but one thing that makes him really special is his ability to kind of play pick and roll. And and not only just score, but facilitate out of it as well. And that's one thing that I would love to see you kind of continue to grow in. I think you have all the skills to do it and be phenomenal at it. But we'll talk about a situation here. This one wasn't necessarily a pick and roll, but the same rules apply. So you can score the ball, right? You're always going to be one of the main threats and the top, guy at the top of the list on a scouting report. So you got to understand you're going to have a lot of pressure you're going to have to deal with, and how you kind of maneuver and handle through that is going to essentially, be important for you as a player and your team. Here, now the play was kind of set up for the shooter to come out on the stagger a little bit here, as we'll see. I'll play it. He was kind of coming off this stagger. So because of that, his man kind of stayed in the paint, waiting on the help. So tell me why you took a couple extra dribbles right there. You can run it back. Instead of hitting the show roll. Is there a reason?
Not really, but really to assess the defense.
Yeah.
But I feel like I didn't make the read quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I got you.
Yeah, it's hard because it's split second, right? But even right here, before you even take a dribble, you can hit your show roll man right there, because even though this guy is sitting in the paint waiting, still a point guard, right? So, you got your big on him, a little bit easier finish. And, we're nitpicking right now, but you're good enough to where you're going to be in these situations a lot. So you hold this ball a little bit too long, then that, it causes a turnover, right? Similar play here, a little bit different though. Now you come, you attack, drive a little bit too deep. But what I want to know is, what did you see on this?
I would say like the mid-range pull-up.
So you were trying to get your spot here?
Right. But my big man, was there to help. It was just congested. Like, if anything, I would say tell my number 5 to clear out and then pick and roll.
Before you even attack.
Before I attack.
That's a much better choice. And it's hard with a guy like you because have you ever heard it saying like with great power comes great responsibility? Yeah. You have so much skill and that you can virtually get wherever you want on the floor. But just because you can get there don't mean you need to go there, right? So if you're looking at this play in its entirety, you got your man is on you. He's forcing you down like they've been doing the whole game. Your big is right here on the block waiting on you. So there's not really anywhere to drive. And if you do kind of beat him and get to this mid-range, this guy at the corner is probably going to help. And if you try to attack, he's here. Right. A whole deep, you got 4 guys loaded up on your side, right? So before you can do that, if you want to attack here, where else, what other options do you have in this play?
Skip corner.
Skip to the corner, exactly. Now, he needs to be a little bit lower in that corner. But if you're going to kind of attack in these areas like this that are congested, you kind of need to have a plan A and B, essentially, before you kind of do that. Because, again, you kind of get a little too deep. Unnecessary turnover, right? Now again, Pace was doing this a lot in the pick and roll with you. They were trying to ice you and keep you out of it, which is a good choice. I mean, with a guy like you, you're probably either going to hard hedge and trap, or you're going to try to keep you out of the middle and limit your opportunities. So what I want to see, or what I want you to tell me is, on this play here, what else could you have done to make this a little bit easier of a look for you? I'll play it and then you can talk. Okay? So you saw that. At this point here.
I mean, I could have dropped my man a little lower on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he iced it.
Mm-hmm. I always like to play against ice defense or side or blue, whichever coach saying terminology. But because there's so many options, there's a bunch of different ways you can attack this type of defense. Essentially, what I would tell you, especially a guy that's a killer in the mid-range, one of the best things you could do is you have to talk to your screener. You need to take a retreat dribble back that's going to allow him to set this screen right here. Flip it. Because now when he comes and sets this flip, now you only got him to worry about. You're trying to play this and they're corralling you on the side. And again, you can make this shot, but there's no necessarily, they're not forcing you to do that. Another situation here, you come off and you try to split it or snake it, excuse me. And you kind of get there, but the reason it didn't work is because you didn't allow the screen to free you up. So again, if you talk to your screener, tell him to set this right here on his shoulder, inside shoulder. Right. Now you have this much room to snake, and now it's 1-on-1. Right now you're playing 2-on-1. A lot of bodies, a lot of traffic. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ended up losing. And the funny thing is, later in the game, you do it here, or it happens here. Now, you don't make this shot, but what I want to show you is, do you see how clean of a look you got off?
Yeah.
We'll take that shot all day. You see what I mean? So in those things, man, it's like it's small stuff, but those small details, especially for a guy like you that's such a threat, that's such a priority for, the defense to stop. When you can start finding little ways to manipulate the game and where it's like, okay, this defense can't stop me, this defense can't stop me. And you'll pick that up and learn it through experience. But that's just a little nugget for you right there. Next time you see that defense, you have one other way that I think will really help you in attacking it. We'll transition a little bit, talk about Team USA. You got invited to the junior national team camp. That's a big honor, man. How'd you feel when you first got that news?
When I first got it, I was pretty excited. I was in class. My dad was like, "Yeah, you got invited to you." So I was like, "Oh," I got up. All right. So like I said, went in there with a mentality, with the other top guys.
Yeah. No, same thing, man. It's were you guys in Vegas?
Colorado.
Oh, in Colorado. Okay. How long were you out there? Do you remember?
About 3 days. Cause I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. What was the day-to-day like?
Day was cool. You'll wake up, breakfast, then you'll probably have we'll probably do literature, in terms of finance stuff.
Oh, they had finance courses for you. That's good. Okay.
You go there for 45 minutes. They'll talk, and then we'll go on the court, get tape.
Yeah.
Now we'll practice, then lunch, then we'll come back on the court again for another practice.
Gotcha. So was it a lot of 5-on-5 individual stuff, kind of combination?
Combination, drills, 3-on-3, 5-on-5.
Okay. So. Did you notice, or did they emphasize to you guys the kind of the difference in the European game compared to how we'll play here in America?
Yeah, they did. In terms of you can't go back court when you inbound the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Just little 3-on-3 games that So
breaking down the rules and stuff. Did they get in any strategy type stuff with you guys? The rules in terms of how they play a little bit. Did you guys focus on that, or did you just guys focus on kind of playing in a Team USA type system?
Yeah, we kind of just focus on that.
Okay. No, that's good, man. That's a great experience. How much confidence did you get with just seeing so many high level coaches and stuff around?
A lot of confidence. Kind of helped me like understand like you're meant to be here, like so gave me a lot of confidence.
Did you bond with any of the guys that you didn't know previously? Anybody that you met out there that you didn't know before?
Oh yeah, a lot of guys actually.
Okay.
I mean, all of them cool. We all kick it here and there.
What was the downtime like out there? What'd y'all get into?
Nothing much really. We'll just walk around, honest, because there's not really too much to do in Colorado. Like, because you gotta stay on the Olympic campus,
right?
So just walk.
So y'all just kicked it.
Yeah.
Anybody bring the game?
I think people was too locked in.
Nah, that's good. That's good, man. So you play for one of the premier travel teams here not just here in Atlanta, but in the country, in the Atlanta Celtics. Been around for a long time, had a lot of great players. Talk to me about your experience since you've been with them.
I love the Celtics. Coach, Coach Travis, kind of built the team around me in a sense. And, some of the guys, I love the guys I play with. It's like a family. When we step on the court, I'm taking the charge from my brother, so you're on that type of level with the team. So
that's how it's supposed to be, man. That's what you want. How you feel like that helped you in terms of your development on and off the court?
It helped me a lot, seeing different guys, personality or, how they go about certain things. So, on the court, different guys. So
yeah. What about your coaches?
Yeah, it helped me too in my development. Be able to play. I mean, I always been able to play freely, but more freely, and we also added another coach to our staff.
To your staff.
He played on he was a coach for my high school team.
Last few questions for you. Who's the most influential person in your basketball journey so far?
I'll definitely say my dad, for sure. There've been tough times, the car rides, all of them. But you've been very, played a big part in my career.
Nah, that's the funny thing a lot of people don't understand, man. Them car rides home after them games, win or lose,
especially if you play bad.
Hey, you ever had a game where you like thought you killed and then your dad was like, "Nah, you played terrible"?
Yeah, I had a couple of those. I'll be like, I had like probably 23 or something. He's still like, "Nah, you didn't get back on defense." So it'd be like, all plays a big part.
For sure,
being an overall complete player. So
for sure, I remember that, man. I remember one time I almost had like a 25-point triple-double. I got in the car. My dad was like, "You played terrible." And I was like, "What do you mean?" But that stuff over time, man, you don't make any excuses for yourself. And it sounds like your dad's not either. You won't either. So that stuff is going to continue to carry you. Give me one short-term goal, one long-term goal you got for yourself.
Short-term, I'll definitely say, getting back on the court. Long-term, really just trying to be the best person I can be, like on the court and off the court. Whether that's doing the dishes every day at home or, I don't know, just being a better version of myself.
You want to always improve.
Right.
Yeah, you want to always improve. You want to always handle your responsibilities, it sounds like, off the court. But that's big. I mean, and again, those type of things, that type of discipline and mindset, it's going to allow you to get through anything. Because as you keep climbing in this, man, it's going to get tougher. There's going to be, more hard days or whatever. But you stay committed to the stuff you are saying that you're committed to, it's going to carry you through all that. And I guess that leads me into the last question I got for you, man. What is your why? Why do you put this much time into the game? What's it mean to you?
Me, I'm a big believer, in God, and I feel like, He has gave me a special talent, help others. So I feel like I should go out on the court and be myself, and also to help my family, of course. Being on that level will definitely benefit my family, but I'm a big believer in God, and I feel like that's what my purpose on earth is to do that. So.
That's big, man. No, that's big. That's a great answer too. And only thing I could tell you is just stay humble, keep working hard, keep good people around you. You got a lot in front of you, and definitely want to see you reach all that, man. So, Akai Fleming, everybody, thanks for joining.